Yep, it's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9 and home for the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Of course, you know it's your folk, B-High. Radio shouting, stepping in the building. I got an A-Town legend in this thing, Dungeon Family first generation. Big Rube, what's good with it, boss?
Yo, you already know what it is. Big Rube, SWAT Zone 4, Dungeon Family original, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, Rube, first of all, man, I got to tell you, appreciate you for stepping off in this thing with me tonight to kick some flavor, man.
Oh, yeah, ain't no thing, brother.
Already, but I mean, we just gonna have to go ahead and take it from the top to the bottom. I mean, from Society's Soul to Boomiverse, man. I mean, I was just riding in this thing tonight to that Society of Soul pushing, and I realized that here it is 20 years later,
Right.
and the music is just as relevant as it was back then.
Right.
Talk to me about how you feeling about the timelessness of y'all music and being able to create the kind of funk that can withstand this test of time.
Well, you know, when something is real, when it's the truth, you know, and the truth ain't gonna never go out of style, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's kind of like we coming from the heart,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You just being yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of how we kind of just started. Just I was just like, let's just be real. Let's not be considered on no ignorant stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like everybody got different styles, from Cool Breeze to Wish Doctor to Outkast to Goody. Everybody on some different stuff, you know what I'm saying? Backbone, but it's that one key element was the realism and the truth of it, and the matter of factness of the music. You know what I'm saying? Just
Exactly.
speaking out to the people and not leading somebody in a direction that's just ignorant. You know, realizing that you do have a certain amount of responsibility because you know the younger generation especially look up to you. You know what I'm saying? As a hip hop artist.
But what was it that made y'all embrace that responsibility? Because I see a lot of
me
artists
saying if I'm about to buy that beat machine, we ain't about to do no stupid stuff.
exactly.
I was like, I got the bread to get the beat machine, you know what I'm saying? My mom won't let me get it out the bank or whatever. I had to beg, you know what I'm saying? And then I had to take it to the house and show it to her because she believed. You know, she was like, what? It costs how much?
Exactly. Did you
like
go buy a
$50.
pound or a big machine?
$2,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about 1989, you know what I'm saying? So, but I just was like, yo, if we gonna do this, because this is how it was. We like was all hanging together and stuff and doing different things, and you had like cats that was doing like a lot of dancing and cats that was rapping and singing, but just not like trying to do it professionally. Just was their talent, you know. We teenagers, you know what I'm saying? And I sit around, I'd be like, man, look, one day I sat back and just looked and was like, we got a whole crew, like, just right here, just right here, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got to do nothing, you know. We ain't got to put no fake, you know. We ain't got to, put together fake friends or nothing, you know what I'm saying? We real homeboy, but everybody got these different talents.
Yeah.
Some of the cats that was hanging around ended up being on the business side.
Yeah.
Not necessarily even the artist side. So, you know what I'm saying? But we had all of that potential right there. You know what I'm saying? Departments just, just wilding every day just for the heck of it, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, we could really do this. But at the time, it wasn't a lot of outlet.
Yeah.
For hip hop from the South, especially, coming from Atlanta, Georgia, you know what I'm saying? It was either New York, LA, you know what I'm saying? It had been a little something from like, your Miami-based bass music, and we had a few artists come out of Atlanta. We had Jermaine Dupri, he had dropped a few cats, he dropped JVL, he dropped Silk Time Leather, he dropped, you know what I'm saying, Crisscross, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
they were the biggest ones at that time, to come out of his camp.
Yeah.
And we had a few other people. We had, back when I was young, we looked up to like your Shadi, your D-Rock, your Sammy Sound, you know what I'm saying? Your Kilo. We love Kilo. Gotta go sign him.
Exactly.
Find him and sign it. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, really, to be honest with you, man, I just was like, yo, we not stupid. We not ignorant. And we all got talent.
Yeah.
So that's just what we going to do on the record. Not be stupid and not be ignorant and showcase this talent. You know what I'm saying? And our main concern was, even more so than, it wasn't about kicking knowledge per se. That was just kind of like my thing, but and it just kind of rubbed off. And cats was kicking knowledge, but it was different facets of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about preaching at somebody or being off in a book. It was just, like I say, it's about the truth. The truth is knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's the best kind of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got a bunch of garbage in your head. But that was just my thing. I was like, I'm spending my bread, man. We, ain't associated with no
with no foolishness,
sucker MCs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's about what that was. But we ended up being able to like manifest it even better than I could ever dream. You know
Exactly. What was it like putting them first projects together though, man, when everybody was coming together and they were starting to realize them goals and those visions were starting to look a little bit more clearer than they did yesterday?
It was a trip, man, when that stuff started kind of taking off a little bit, because the first group we actually put out was PA, Parental Advisory.
That's right.
And they had some success with with a single or two, but when Outkast dropped, and that Players Ball finally took off, and they started touring and doing different things. Then Goody Mob came out and people loved it. Side Soul came out, just Witch Doctor came out. He dropped a hit, what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people don't even understand. Like he was the one who came up with the terminology saying Dungeon Family.
Oh man,
because we wasn't even calling it that per se, but it was like on that Holiday record at the beginning when he said the Dungeon Family, that's the first time it was ever said on wax right now.
Oh, that's cold. That's cold, man.
That's for that Bullworth soundtrack, Bullworth movie. So so I was like, we just we got some soundtracks in, high learning, different stuff like that, and it just started getting that snowball effect. Organized Noise was at the peak. The production, you know what I'm saying? People wanted them, getting them to do beats and stuff like that. And then they blew with that that TLC song, that Waterfall. And it just kind of, it just started just bubbling over, you know what I'm saying?
Talk to me though about getting the family together, man. How were all of y'all able to get together? Cause see, when you get a bunch of folk from the hood, it's hard to get folks to work together, man.
Right.
To this day, I try to get 3 folks in the same room. Ain't nobody even gonna be there on time. And then when they get there, we gonna fight by the end of the night.
Right.
So how were y'all able to get that cohesiveness going on in that thing?
Well, I think that part of it was reading them beats was jamming so hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had to come feed off of that, the energy of that music, And being young and hungry and not nobody, having no egos and nothing like that. Yeah, it was just kind of like, bam, we just going to do this. We just want to, our whole thing was just, especially me, I just want to make it dope. I just want to make it dope.
Yeah.
I just want to make it dope. I just want to make it dope. That's why I ain't get paid off a lot of shit. Trying to make it dope. I ain't studying, paperwork, you know what I'm saying? But that's just because the more important thing is the product, you know what I'm saying? You're going to make money, you're going to not make money, whatever. You can make money, picking up cans, but you can't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, feed the minds or, or lead, the next generation into, into really respecting and loving the hip-hop and respecting and loving themselves and life in general and people around them, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's part of it. People want to say it's just music, but it's not just music. Music is a living thing. It's an emotion type of thing.
Exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to abuse a living thing, you know what I'm saying? You get mad about dogs, y'all get mad about music, you know what I'm saying? Don't abuse the music because music affects and guides people's minds and people's emotions and people's lives. So, if I had people walk up to me and say, yo, man, the stuff y'all did, man, it helped me in this way. It helped me in that way. It helped me in this way. You can't put a price tag on that or
on saving a life.
Ain't no value on that. Or, cat called me today trying to do a hip-hop curriculum in college.
Yeah.
Because he doing his dissertation and stuff, and he got like part of my lyrics and stuff, and he teach poetry down there. So I had a couple of professors tell me they teaching our stuff right along next to Tupac and stuff. So
let's go.
So I mean, what more could I have asked for at the beginning when I said I wanted to make the dopest hip hop crew ever, be one of the dopest lyricists ever?
Yeah.
I mean, be careful what you ask for.
Talk to me about that spoken word, though, Rube, because, see, I mean, you was always able to find that groove in the middle of that beat to come with the spoken word unlike anybody else, man. So, I mean, what was that like for you? When you hear the track, you see what folks is putting on that thing, you're like, okay, it's time for me to bring it home.
Right. Well, it's crazy because it kind of started like on accident. I wasn't really trying to be no spoken word. I rap. That's why I started a rap crew. Like I rap. I rap too, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people always be like, how you talk over the beats like that? Because I really rap, you know what I'm saying? So I got a MC mentality. I'm writing the poems and stuff too. I'm still looking at it like it's, I'm trying to, murder some MC on a beat, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. So I still got, I'm from, I was born in 71. I'm from the, the battle rapping stage.
Exactly.
You actually rap on beat and then, instead of just not having, instead of just doing prepared material.
Yeah.
In a spoken word style, you're supposed to be freestyling, but, I ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah. But it was just kind of like that first one. True that on that first Outkast album.
Yeah.
That came to be because my boy Rico, he was mastering the album at the time, mixing and mastering. Everybody used to go to New York, go to the Hit Factory. And they was like, yo, man, them beats jamming, but why they so country? You know what I'm saying? It's like, hold up, man. First of all, we Southern, not country.
Exactly.
I can take you to Albany, Rochester, show you some country cats right up here. What you talking about?
Yeah.
But the whole thing is, Rico, we were sitting out in the dungeon one day, Ray over here doing the beat, Rick sitting on the stairs, whatever. I'm sitting there just running my mouth as usual, and the beat going. He's like, yo, you ought to do like what you're doing right now on a beat on this Outkast record. I'm like, what? He's like, just talk, just kick some real, kick real. I said, what? You mean just talk on the record? He's like, yeah, just talk. I like at the beginning, like, yo, what's up? He's like, nah, like, just how you be breaking shit down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do that on the record. I said, all right, whatever. So I ain't really take it serious. So about a week or two later, he hit me up like, yo, you gonna do that or whatever? I'm like, yeah, I do it. He's like, I got one idea, and that's Outkast stand for operating under the crooked American system too long. He said, just take it from there. I said, all right, I was going to Georgia State at the time, and I was sitting on the hallway. I had like a long time between class, sitting on the hallway, and I was like, okay, I'm going to see what I can do with this. And I wrote that piece. I didn't look at it like poetry or spoken word. I just looked at it like I'm finna show these cats what time it is, calling up country, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got something to say, we kicking knowledge, this real hip-hop.
Yeah.
From the A don't mean it ain't hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? And that was just kind of my attitude, like, yo, y'all think y'all is, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's just kind of how, and I just looked at it like that, just like, just kicking the bow in front of the song. I didn't even think about it, and people started saying, yeah, spoken word. I said, spoken word artist, man. I ain't nobody snapping no fingers around here. I don't know what y'all talking about, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, nah, do it. So I did that at 13 Flow Joint.
Yeah.
People love that one.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually had wrote it to the song Babylon. And I got in the studio, Rube was like, yo, you gonna do it over this piano? I was like, man, I wrote it to the Babylon. Like, nah, trust me, it's gonna be dope. So it ended up being dope. But that became almost like a staple of an Outkast album.
Yeah.
Was the Big Rube piece on there.
Uh-huh.
But really also part of the staple of a true Outkast album was that it really be a Dungeon Family album. That first Outkast album, the reason it's so unique is because it really was the whole DF. And not just featured on it. I'm talking about input in it. You know what I'm talking about, because these cats were 16, 17. They at school most of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They can't stay out all super late. They got real parents.
Exactly.
Real parenting going on around here. You know what I'm saying? They got to get good grades and all that. So, they can't do the record. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we had to do everything we could, on the other side of it to make sure that if they come in with dope verses, that the production of it and the value of it and everything else about it was deserving of their lyrics and stuff. So, we did a lot of, I spent hours in the studio just getting the breaks together, dogs barking in the background, crickets. 1977 Cadillac door lock, 1977 Cadillac window, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was for real about mine. I was like, put no Yugo window on there. We'll be riding Cadillac. Somebody might say, I got a Cadillac. Cadillac door lock don't sound like that.
Exactly.
So, we're going to make sure, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Authentic, you know what I'm saying? But the main thing was, you know what I'm saying, on the serious side was making sure that Atlanta sound was truly being repped. Because, see, a lot of artists that came out of Atlanta, but very few people really rep that real, how we really are, you know what I'm saying? Very few people was really repping it, you know what I'm saying?
What was that like for y'all when y'all was standing up for the city in the South at that time, though, man? And people didn't really quite understand what was going on in the South, let alone Atlanta, and then here y'all come with y'all own new sound, conscious and snapping at the same time.
Well, we thought it was going to be harder. It wasn't easy, but we thought it was going to be harder to win a lot of people over.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, man, especially in the Southeast, you know what I'm saying, and in the West Coast, Southwest too, they just gave a lot of love, man. Luckily, Outkast had a hit record. They had to play us ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Southern Playlist did this thing. So they had a record that they could promote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That people went around. So when we did go to different places and stuff like that, they started showing love. Outkast was the first Southern rap group that got regular play in New York on rotation. It'd be like Biggie, you know what I'm saying, Wu-Tang. Then, Outkast would come on. We talking about the 90s, bro. That was unheard of. Any type of airplay in New York, you know what I'm saying, if you weren't, New York, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They was actually playing them boys. So, and we got a whole lot of love from places like D.C., Texas, California showed a lot of love, L.A., you know what I'm saying? So people like that was able to open their minds to it, you know what I'm saying? I guess, they felt like, okay, where it's from, this music is undeniable, you know what I'm saying? And that's all we wanted.
But see, Rube, you also went up there to New York and stood up, too, as an alphabet acrobat.
Right.
Talk to me about that, and just kicking flavor on a whole nother level.
Well, it's funny because when I went up there, I had this one joint that I was going to do. And for TV, the way that they just the way that they did it, they make you do two different ones. Yeah. So they can pick, of course. And, of course, they're not going to pick the one you really want to pick.
Yeah.
because I wasn't even supposed to do. I had to memorize that. When I was backstage, like, damn, let's see if I can remember this.
Oh my
A
God.
long time ago, I was like, I had the one ready. I was gonna do. I wasn't thinking about no another one because they didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
So I was like, matter of fact, if you look at the piece online, you see I paused before I say the name.
Yeah.
Because I made the name of that shit up right there. I didn't have no name for it. It was just off of my notebook.
Yeah.
Because one day I was in my cousin's driveway. I was like, I wonder if I can write a whole joint, each line be alliterated with, through all the way through the alphabet.
Exactly.
And it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? And that was just me just challenging myself to do it. So
Exactly.
he was like, what you gonna do? I was like, most of this stuff ain't gonna be. I said, you know what? I got one that I can, refresh in my mind real quick. Because I screwed up the end, said the same word twice. But the beginning part, when I came out, you'll see like I'm kind of breathing hard. Because I had already, I'm sorry.
You good?
I had already did one. You know what I'm saying? The one I did was one called The Innocent, but it was kind of so far ahead of its time, man. Picture it like this. We in New York, and everybody know how hard New York crowds is. But it was cats sitting in the crowd with their mouth open like, so I was like, yeah, they ain't gonna pick this one. This one right here, boy.
Yeah, it's real.
About 2007 to play this. But so I ended up doing two. But I was like, this one is called, and I froze, and I was like, alphabet, just can't. I had been trying to think of a name for that jump for the longest. And couldn't think of no name for it. Right then, when I said it, was when I thought of it.
That's cold.
Off the dome, I just said that was the name. That's why, like, next time you check that out, you'll see me take a pause because I had to think of a name for the piece.
Talk to me about being able to kick that conscious flavor, but still being able to resonate with the streets, though, man. Because, see, like I say, growing up, nobody looked at the Dungeon family as a bunch of sucker, soft jokers running around here. They represented us as who we were as a people in the streets, living and hustling and trying to come up at the same damn time. So how were y'all able to still say things that was kind of spanking folks in certain ways, like, hey, man, you need to get this together. This the way you might want to live versus, selling your soul every 5 minutes and still be respected in your backyard.
Well, see, that goes back to telling the truth and keeping it real. A lot of these cats, man, that's coming on some ignorant stuff, they don't want to be, that's really the lies, man. All the super gangster stuff these cats be talking, man.
Yeah.
Be lying, you know what I'm saying? The average cat out in the streets or whatever, if he ain't locked up or dead, ain't stupid.
Yeah.
That's why he ain't locked up or dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of guys on the street, man, you know what I'm saying, that's in the streets for whatever reason. They got intelligence. They got head on their shoulders. They know what they're doing. They know what's wrong. They know what ain't wrong. They know they need to, whatever, tighten up. So I think a lot of people just kind of appreciated us respecting them enough to not underestimate their intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be real, but you ain't got to be real dumb. You know what I'm saying? You can be real and be real smart. You know what I'm saying? So, I always had, I came up, I had this uncle, man. He was a street cat, hardcore street, bunch of respect in the street. He would lecture you. He probably had the equivalent of 5 degrees, you know what I'm saying? Passed away now, my favorite uncle, my Uncle Doug. But he was like, man, he intelligent. She talking about smart.
Yeah.
Super smart, you know what I'm saying? My mom's real smart. They could study anything and just, they learn stuff about it. You'll think they went to school for it.
Yeah.
So that was just kind of like, and I always was like, growing up, I was nosy. I want to know how everything worked.
Yeah.
For taking TV apart, you know what I'm saying? I like to know what makes stuff tick. I like to know why something is the way it is, or what's the reason for this. What's the sequence of events that led to this, or what's the logic to this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just think kind of my main challenge was being able to I can kind of see patterns of things.
Yeah.
And kind of explain them to somebody else in a way where it'll sound cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Make them not be like, I don't want to hear like that.
Exactly.
Be like, I like the way Rube's playing. He make me understand what it is without seeming like he talking down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just kind of took that ability and put it in the music. Cause like I say, I've been wanting to rap since I was 12. I've been rapping, what's that, 33 years?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about straight rapping 33 years. And I rapped 3 years before I ever wrote one down. I was like 15 before I started writing them down. So I just was like, I just want to be dope. I want to be a dope MC. That's all. I don't care what we do. I just want to be dope. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I came up in an era of true MCs.
Yeah.
And my favorite, rapper of all time was Rakim. So couldn't come out with no whack lyrics, and you talking about you love Rakim.
Exactly.
He never came whack. So it was like, I ain't never coming whack either. You know what I'm saying? I gotta live up to that. So I just felt like if you're telling the truth, then you ain't representing all all this garbage, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, them be a bunch of lies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cats. And what people be thinking, well, he keeping it real. Like, nah, when you doing that, you're not keeping it real. Keeping it real is telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being hard. It's not about violence. It's not about sex. It's not about drugs. It might be.
Yeah.
For you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not, you know, it's just like when people say that's pop music. Pop mean popular.
Exactly.
You don't know if it pop yet till it come out and sell.
Mm-hmm.
How you know it pop? It might not be pop. It might go styrofoam. You know what I'm saying? But see, they start saying a certain sound was pop
Yeah.
until Outkast said 10 million, and now that sound pop.
Mm-hmm.
Now the 808 pop. Now this pop. Now the hard samples is pop.
Yeah.
Now the gangster shit pop. You know what I'm saying?
Trap pop.
So it's like just, you know, that just means it's popular.
Exactly.
So I look at it like real just mean true. You know what I'm saying? Just like the word gospel. Gospel just mean true.
Yeah.
It's truth.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So really, you know, when you look at it, you're just kicking gospel. You're kicking the truth, the ultimate truth. You know what I'm saying? With no bullshit at it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right there.
yeah.
Now, Rube, I got to talk to you about a few new bangers, though, that I had a chance to enjoy, man. I mean, that AK with David Banner, that thing was crazy. Talk to me about how that banger came about.
Some kind of way, I guess, I don't know if Banner emailed me or called me, somebody gave the number, whatever it was, you know what I'm saying? And he said he had this joint that he wanted me to mess with. And, you know, we talked a couple times and got together, and then I went down to meet him, and we talked. And I went over to the studio and dropped it down. At the time, I didn't even know that that Raheem was gonna be on there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I hadn't heard the rest of the record. You know what I'm saying? I might have heard one or two joints because that was like a year ago. But you know what I'm saying? You know, the man album is killing him. You know what I'm saying? He murdering it.
He
did.
He
murdering it. He snapping lyrically, production wise, all that. Everything is on point. And a lot of people. He called me. After the record came out, he's like, man, a lot of people responding to this AK. It's starting to be one of the most liked songs on the record. So you know, that's just a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And everything came together, but, you know, he a good cat, man, and he a real cat. He'll just call you and just be like, how you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Will, yeah.
Just checking in on you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
He a real dude, man. So he deserved that success. He deserved that. So, you know, I'm just glad to be a part of the project, you know, especially a project that's jamming all the way through like that.
I mean, books like Behold the Pale Horse, I mean, when that book came into the dungeon, how did it change the game?
It made me write through that. But for real, though, like, we sit around, seriously, though, we sit around and talk about, like, that was one of the first books we sit around and just, man, what did you get out of it? What about that part? Did you feel this out of that? Or did you, you know, like, we was really discussing it, like, damn near holding classes.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we was working with George Clinton. I think we was doing the joint Black Mermaid on Society Soul album. You know, George Clinton is on that.
Yeah.
It's a version of that with him doing a whole bunch of more because he be going in the studio. But at the time, his record label wouldn't let us use that much of it because, you know, he had some stuff he was doing, which was cool. I was just glad he was on there. But we was sitting around talking. He was like, man, who was that talking on that record? He was like, it was Rube. He's like, man, he's like, you been reading that Behold the Pale Horse, ain't you? I was like, damn, he called out. And then he was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of shit you said I wouldn't have said.
And see, talk to me about that, man, because see, when I go back through my Dungeon Family music, I'm like, how did y'all have the courage to hit folks with the facts?
I don't know, I guess I was too young, maybe too stupid to be scared. I don't, you know, I don't know. Anybody that know me, like, that be around me, like, you ask the crew, like, from Rico them to KP to, you know, Sleepy to Ray, they know me, I don't care, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give no damn, you know what I'm saying, about nobody talking about nothing. You know, I'm from Zone 4 SWAT.
Exactly.
Between Camerton and Cascade.
Come on now.
I don't know what in the hell some executive gonna do or whatever that's supposed to scare me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come to my house with the strap, you know, if you want to even make me sweat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know,
exactly.
You know, just being scared to say something.
Yeah.
I just wasn't raised like that. My mama always told me, speak your mind, you know what I'm saying? And if it's the truth, it's the truth. Her little saying was like, right is right and right don't wrong nobody. Like, she don't care if she related to you. She's like, I'm not going to be on your side just because you my son or just because you my daughter or whatever. You know, it's got, if you in the wrong, you're in the wrong. If you're in the right, you're in the right. So I was looking at it like, as far as I know, I'm in the right.
Yeah.
So ain't nothing nobody can really do about it. What they going to do? Damn sure ain't finna kick my ass. So, you know what I'm saying? What they going to do? You know what I'm saying? So you either like it or you don't like it. That's just part of it, you know. And I just took the whole free speech and the truth setting you free thing kind of literally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, part of what I did as growth was everything that I may have thought or believed at the beginning ain't necessarily completely what I think or believe now, but that's growth. That's a person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to be able to be real about that too. Like you
Yeah.
can't say, "Oh well, damn, I done said this now, so I got to stick with that."
with
Nah,
it, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They say you dig the hole so deep, you might well keep digging.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you cannot dig through the crust of the earth
Yeah.
to the core and then back out again. You're not gonna make it. So what you do is, why don't you dig some dirt off of the wall and pile that up so you can climb your dumb ass out the hole.
Exactly.
And throw all the dirt out. You know what I'm saying? Widen the hole instead of deepening it. You know what I'm saying?
What was the reception of what y'all was saying at that time, though, man? Because, I mean, when y'all are coming with those, eye-opening, spirit-awakening facts, how did people receive that stuff? Because, I mean, we were still in the South. This is the home and land of segregation and everything else. Right. So for y'all to speak on those kinds of issues.
I think the timing was good.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people was kind of like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, like almost like that's what kind of, like, yeah, you speaking what I'm kind of thinking at the same time.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, like hip hop fans from up north, the DMV area, places like that where they was really down into the hip hop and into stuff like spoken word, into the lyricism of it.
Yeah.
They were glad to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like you had to tune your ear to it because a lot of people weren't hearing nothing but, that shit's not country. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But then once that's why I did that. I had a cat from New York tell me one time, he's like, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I wasn't gonna listen to it. But when I heard your part, I was like, hold up, let me listen to it. Let me listen to it.
Yeah.
Like, for real, listen to it. And I had a cat say that once they found out that it was actually speaking to something for real, that they really put their ear to it.
Yeah.
And then, you listen past the slang or the twang or whatever, and you start hearing the message, you know what I'm saying? And then start getting in the groove. It's just like it's just like a good talk, man. If you keep, that's why, so much garbage getting in now, because if that's all you hear, your ear gonna tune to it.
That's right.
So it don't be aggravating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like you can let your TV go to static.
Yeah.
After a while, you tune that out. That's what they call white noise. You tune it out. You having a conversation and everything, and somebody might be like, bro, why don't you turn that TV down off? Like, oh yeah, I ain't even noticed till you cut it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes, you should tune your ear to a new sound.
Yeah.
And give it a chance. You know what I'm saying? And we were blessed enough for people to do that.
Yeah.
To get a sound a chance. You know what I'm saying? It sounded good though. I think a lot of that was us marrying kind of like the funk of live instrumentation.
Yeah.
Bass lines and real keyboards and authentic, you know what I'm saying, instrumentation along with
That's right.
the hip hop production, you know what I'm saying, and the real deal, and the beats was ghetto and hard and street, you know what I'm saying, and having everything at the right level, you know what I'm saying, at the right mixture of it, and like I say, not overdoing it, you know what I'm saying, not being preachy, but like I say, just kicking the real, but cats can feel it. And they didn't feel like you were just throwing a bunch of, big words at them or a bunch of stuff that they don't know what you're talking about. And also talking about it in a way where it's coming from a standpoint of what's pertinent to them in the streets and them in the schools and these age groups, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just, because you might listen to a politician doing a speech, but, half people don't know what the other man talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because politics is complicated. But when you can break it down to where you're getting the same message and the same truth, but in basically layman's terms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And still, understand that you're an entertainer. You still got to be entertaining. You can't be whack. You got to be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Numero uno, it got to sound good first.
Exactly.
That's just numero uno. First, it got to sound good.
Yeah.
Then we talking about something.
Exactly.
Then, you know what I'm saying? Like so people always ask what the formula is. It wasn't necessarily a formula per se, because half of the things that we thought we was going to do came out different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for the better. You know what I'm saying? So the formula was to just go in there with your minds and your hearts open and kick the real.
Exactly.
And just don't do nothing, don't do no whack music. It's like you got 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, 30 people hear this shit before it come out.
Exactly.
How you put some whack shit out?
No, that ain't gonna happen.
Either somebody lying you telling you it's tight.
Exactly.
And then you can't hear. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I'd rather somebody tell me, yo, nah, that ain't it right there, bro. That ain't like how you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Then just,
let it slide.
Everything you do. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it. That's number one right now. Let me get $100. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying?
Dying for being born with a tan.
In a world where you can die for being born with a suntan.
Talk to me about that, Rube. You see what I'm saying? Because I mean, right now it's still the same. It's going on as we speak.
Right.
Folks are dying left and right just because of the color of their skin. Right. Whether it be from another black man or another man.
Right.
What are your thoughts when you see that still going on in this day and age?
Well, that's kind of what I was speaking to. I was speaking to now, not like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say we in a world. Like I wasn't talking about like people think that's some old school. That's back in the day. Nah, player, that's the other day. If you know what I'm saying? You look at the news. You look like we went through what was that 2 years? It's like the whole Florida stand your ground, all that crap. Kind of started a wave.
Yeah.
Of you know, police and some citizens thinking they could just pop niggas like we were deers in the woods or something. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
You know, so it's like, you know, it's like the more that they would get away with that, the more perpetuated the idea that our lives are worth less. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Black Lives Matter thing came about. Of course, all lives matter, but that's the point. If all lives really mattered, then we would never came up with Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to say, like, you shouldn't have to say that. Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't have to say that. You know what I'm saying? But apparently we do.
Yeah.
So we gonna say it because we got to. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I was just saying, like, in this day and age, it's just a slick way of saying, be it not being, you know, white, be it being of a darker complexion.
Yeah.
Than Caucasian, in this country especially. You know what I'm saying? You can be shot just for that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't did nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody called 12 or nothing. They tell you to freeze and you move too quick, or you know your candy bar in your pocket look like a pistol, whatever it is, you get shot. You know what I'm saying? You know, and we talking about young kids here. We ain't even talking about, you know, big grizzly, you know, gorilla looking, you know, mean looking niggas. We talking about little young kids, even females. You know what I'm saying? You know, big 200-pound grown man got his knee all on the neck. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't all white people. You know, black cops do it too. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it's a situation where it's a system being put in place, and they brainwashing or training minds on both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? To react and to act a certain way. Yeah. And it causes that sequence of events causes a certain outcome most of the time, which is us losing.
What goes through your mind though when you drill this into folks' heads and they still don't want to get it? Or what do you think is the roadblock between a brother just really sitting down and saying, you know what, that's my brother right there. I ain't gonna do no harm to him. I'm trying to see him do better. I'm gonna help him if I can.
Well, everybody different. Everybody get things at different times. It depends on so much different things. What mood you in, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I might have got cussed out earlier today because, you know what I'm saying, why you sound like that? You know what I'm saying? Wrong time to ask that question. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you might ask that same question another time. It might have been cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, anybody deal with a female know how that go. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, sometimes you just have to suck up the feeling like somebody trying to tell you what to do and do what's right. But it's been times when people try to tell me things when I was young, and I was like, man, it's that shit here, but talking about, you know what I'm saying? Old nigga don't know what he's talking about, you know, whatever. Yeah. So I can't get mad when a younger cat or whatever ain't trying to hear me either. Yeah. But I did what I was supposed to do. I told this nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I told him, you know what I'm saying, with conviction, and I told him like I gave a damn, you know what I'm saying? So, but it might be a time where you might think that didn't do nothing, but it might be a time later on where some of that might did sink in. He might think about, yeah, now I see what that nigga was saying. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a waste, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it hit home, you know. And like I said, a lot of that got to do with delivery and timing. If you know how to relate to people and talk to people, you'd be amazed at what messages you can get across. Just because, like they say, charisma, charismatic, you know what I'm saying? Like your Barack Obama, you see why he's so popular. Your Martin Luther King, your Malcolm X, your Farrakhan. Yeah. They're popular because of Hitler. Charisma, you know what I'm saying? Hitler was one of the greatest public speakers of all time. He could hype you up. Yeah. He just happened to be, you know, using his shit for, you know, some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He was coming with an evil message.
Exactly.
But the point is, it didn't matter what he was saying because he was able to get you to listen.
Yeah.
Because of his presence. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the responsibility of it comes in. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got power. Yeah. And, you know, like Spider-Man say, great power, great responsibility. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you get put in a position where you can affect something. Yeah. Now you have to make a decision. Am I going to affect it for good? Am I going to affect it for bad? Am I going to just be for myself? Am I going to be for, you know? So those are things that you have to think about. You know what I'm saying? Because the more power, influence you get, the more you're gonna have to ask yourself those questions. You know what I'm saying? And then the more you're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, wonder if you're gonna be able to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what you did and didn't do. Everybody can come with a cop out with it. Ain't my responsibility. It's bullshit. When you go in there and cut everything off and close your eyes, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's really what it's all about. You being true to yourself, because you can lie to everybody else, but you can't lie to yourself.
When you looked up and the Dungeon family was taking over the game, what was going through your mind at that time when you realized that y'all had did it y'all way at the same time?
I was like, damn, I've been trying to do this shit for a long time. We actually doing this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We actually, like, you know, not to be on our own dick and nothing, but I was like, we actually the best. We actually murdering this shit. We actually, like shit that I got this thing where I just kind of, like, envision stuff in my mind.
Yeah.
And then try to, like say, it's like I see patterns. It's called being a visual mathematician. Like, you can just kind of see stuff before other people see it. You kind of see what stuff be going. And that's why you start to get mad. I be trying to warn niggas about shit, and then they don't listen. They'd be like, you was right. I'd be like, yeah, I was trying to tell you that. But you have to also let people, I call it letting the baby touch the stove. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to let him touch that motherfucker. You tell him, yo, get your hand back. It's hot.
Yeah.
Get your hand back. It's hot. After about the 99th time telling that nigga not to touch it.
Yeah.
Let him touch it. I'd be like, let him touch it. He gonna touch that mother one time. And after that, he gonna be telling you it's hot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You 100 times you had to tell him.
Mm-hmm.
But he ain't have to feel it but one time.
Exactly.
Now, you did your job. You gave him an informed, he touched it with an informed hand, knowing that you told him it was hot.
Exactly.
He didn't believe it. He touched it, hot. He ain't burn his damn hand off. He be all right.
Exactly.
But I bet you don't touch that stove no more. You know what I'm saying? So
Never
sometimes,
again.
you know, it's kind of like evolution or whatever. Like as humans, we can adapt to almost anything, physically and mentally, as long as it ain't catastrophic, as long as it don't happen too fast, as long as it's not too much to take.
Yeah.
It's just like somebody working out, you know what I'm saying, getting your muscles strong.
Yeah.
You just gonna go in there and snatch no 800 pounds out the ground. You're going to snatch your arms off. You're going to kill yourself.
Exactly.
But you can work your way up to the 800, though. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And you be like, damn, I can't believe he lived 800 pounds because he started out with 100.
Yeah.
125, 150.
Yeah.
You can work up to the 800. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is taking that, you know, to go a million miles, you got to take one step. You know what I'm saying? First, you start with that one step. So it ain't going to all happen all at one time. It ain't going to all be overnight. It ain't going to be instant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they say, it ain't going to be instant. But if you keep working towards it, you might make some mistakes. You might go backwards.
Yeah.
You might step backwards a couple times. But still push back forward. You know what I'm saying? I got this song at the end of it. I say they want to backgammon us. You know how backgammon you make somebody go back to.
Yeah.
And for every step we go forward, they want to make us go back to. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let them backgammon us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't do that. We got to push forward. But sometimes you might get pushed 2 back.
Yeah.
Okay, well, go 3 forward, then go 4 forward, go
Yeah.
6 forward. You know what I'm saying? So when they do push you back a little bit, you ain't being pushed back past where you started at. You know what I'm saying? You making overall, you making forward progress.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at. It's about the big picture. See, people got a tendency to want instant gratification. It's not gonna all happen right then. It might not happen in your lifetime, but you are contributing to the overall big picture. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just worry about my hood or my cousin or my folk. You got to worry about it's the human race, man. You know what I'm saying? We talking about kids and grandkids and all that. See, I hate to say it, but a lot of times, not even just white people, but people that's wealthy,
Mm-hmm.
they teach their kids and stuff based on long term,
Yeah.
the big picture, how to have forever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Security and stuff like that. Instead of, you know, but when you living check to check, food stamp card to food stamp card, or whatever it is, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard when you go in the store and all the organic food costs $1 million. But you know what I'm saying?
Hot dogs
The goddamn-
right there waiting on you.
The goddamn triping, the goddamn, you know what I'm saying? The Hallmark cost 50 cents. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gonna eat that bullshit, but
Yeah.
that's because you surviving. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what we programmed to do. We surviving. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do nothing if you land in the ground. So we gotta survive. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta eat tree bark, you gotta eat tree bark until I can get to a steak. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gonna have to sacrifice it, and a lot of times that's what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? Cause I know, boy, I sacrificed plenty of cheese to keep it real. I could have just kept it fake as hell and pulled up in the bins. You know what I'm saying? But you probably wouldn't have invited me because you wouldn't want to hear the shit I was talking about.
I feel exactly.
So
Talk
I-
to
so
me
I
about
wouldn't-
that though, Rube, because see, that's the real decision that every man has to make.
Yeah.
Is you gonna do it for the money, or are you gonna do it for the purpose and for the people and for the movement and just for your own personal soul and well-being?
Well, to me, I put it to you like this. That's the same thing. If you're doing it for instant gratification, you're doing it for the material, for the money.
Yeah.
If you're doing it, if you really are doing it for the people and for the growth of everybody, it don't matter about the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take it with you. You ain't never seen a nigga buried $100 bill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take that money with you. You can't take that car with you. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even, you know what I'm saying? This body is a vehicle. That ain't even permanent. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even you. Like niggas can wear a hairstyle like your braid fresh as hell.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's your vehicle. That's your outside. That's what people see.
Exactly.
But that's not really you. You inside.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You got a spirit and a soul. So it's like I can be riding in a damn a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah.
I'm still Rube. I'm riding in the Benz. I'm
Come
still
on.
Rube. I'm on the bus. I'm walking. I'm still Rube. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So it's like that's why I tell people all the time, you can't die. Y'all so scared of dying. First of all, you scared of the inevitable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what we call dying ain't really dying. You know, you energy, bro. Energy can't be destroyed.
It's
So
transitioning.
you worried about something that can't happen. You cannot die. So why you worried about dying? Only thing that can happen is you can wear out the vehicle you in.
Ooh.
Go to the dealership, get a nothing. You know what I'm saying? But don't ride in that. Ride in something else.
Yeah.
Or walk. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, can't nobody do nothing to your spirit and your energy but you. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to taint your soul with that bullshit, then that's on you. But nobody forced that taint on you. You see what I'm saying? Nobody forced that poison on you. You know what I'm saying? You accepted it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They offered it to you, seeing if you were gonna take it, and you did. But all you had to do was say, "Nah, I'm good." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't care if a nigga got a pistol to your head. Whatever he tell you to do, you still got a choice.
Come on now.
He might shoot you, but you can't. He forced him. No, he didn't force him. He told him he was gonna shoot him if he didn't do it, but he still didn't force him. He
Exactly.
could have took the bullet.
Come on.
Shit, what you gonna do? What a bullet gonna do to me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It might make it where I can't dap you down tomorrow,
Yeah.
but I see you again. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We all one, bro, and you can't leave the universe. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be here.
Yeah.
Everything that was ever here is here, and it ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Ain't nothing new in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing new gonna get added, and nothing can be taken away from the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's conservation of matter.
Exactly.
Conservation of energy. It's the same amount of energy, same amount of matter, same. That shit just keeps flipping.
Yeah.
So it's all the same. It can stretch out bigger, compress smaller, but it's still the same mass. So that means nothing gets to leave. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't went nowhere. Somebody kill you, what we call dying.
Yeah.
It's not an ending. You know what I'm saying? It's just a transition from one
Exactly.
level to another one. Just like going first grade, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade.
Exactly.
It's always gonna be scary because you ain't been
I
there.
don't know. Yeah.
But you can say, "Oh, you went to first grade. How was it in first grade? How was it in sixth grade?"
Yeah.
The reason cats so scared to die, ain't nobody come back telling you
Ain't
how. it
nobody
was.
came
You
back.
can't go asking, "Well, how was it when you died?" You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So we're afraid of the
Yeah.
unknown because our whole thing is knowledge.
Exactly.
Even from birth, we just spoiled. All we want is knowledge, more knowledge, more knowledge. We're afraid to not know.
Yeah.
The human being is so based on knowledge
Yeah.
that not knowing is one of the scariest things in the world.
But how did
gives
you
you a
feel
different
when you looked up and y'all came with the light and the music? Because see, a lot of this music now is dark. You see
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And turning on some of them albums cut on the lights in a lot of folks' mind. You see what I'm saying? So what was that feeling for you, Rube, when folks would come to you and quote you and let you know that, hey, man, that quote right there single-handedly changed the trajectory of my damn life?
Man, I was just so, for one, I was proud, not of myself, but of the people that's listening, that they was able to get down with what we was talking about.
Yeah.
And then I was proud of the fact that we was being original
Yeah.
and still being entertaining and still coming with it. But a lot of times I used to be like, man, you know, trying to, shake it off. But, you just something you had to get used to, you know what I'm saying, as an artist and stuff. People
Yeah.
compliment you and stuff. But, I felt like at least it's something that I can hold up high, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's something that you ain't got to hide from your grandmama, She don't even know what you do for a living because you can't play that, you can't play it for, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I just kind of felt, I can't explain it, man. It's just almost like like you say, that fuzzy, warm feeling, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of the negative, it just felt so good and positive.
Yeah.
And I just felt like it would be awesome if this would never end, but I already know what time it is with that. Everything cycles around.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's just entropy. Everything got to go chaos. If it's in order, it's going to go chaos.
Would you do
Chaos is
anything
gonna go
differently though, Rube?
Yeah. I get more bread.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do nothing different. I just get bread for shit I did and ain't get bread for. Like on the real, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why nigga like Rube did the interview and say he get paid. But yeah, I mean, I tell the truth, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't pay me for shit I did. You ain't pay me shit. Hey,
Yeah.
You know, what you gonna do? Stand right here and tell me I ain't do it? I stand you right here and tell you what I did. I know what I did.
Yeah.
And other niggas know what I did too.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. But you know, you asked the question, what would I do different?
Yeah.
I would probably be at 21 and 22
Yeah.
in those ages, instead of just wanting to make it dope. I just also want, you know what I'm saying, my writer's credit for that shit right there too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be more on the business tip. And the nigga was a little bit on that tip, you know what I'm saying? We knew about getting down BMI and all this different stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, first time people throw shit at you like, oh yeah, that's the first 100,000 printed. We gonna do it on the next one. Not staying on top of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We might give them a little lawyer and make sure you get all their bread. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't change nothing. You know what I'm saying? I probably would change some of the latter things that led to not even the downfall, but led to kind of the spreading out of not the clique itself, but the ideal of Dungeon family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you know, there's too many gaps. It's just like you got a perimeter. Too many gaps in the perimeters. Nigga some suckers done slid through. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I used to always be like, man, you know, y'all got to keep shit tight. You know, you can mess around and let some infiltrators in. You know what I'm saying? Letting cats get shine, they don't need it. Like, for real. And not because you hating on them or don't want them to have nothing, but because I don't want these messages or these I don't want this to spill over into this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like somebody trying to poison your water.
Yeah.
We need to stop him. He gonna poison everybody to drink the damn water. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not because I don't like him, but because he's trying to do some shit that's not gonna be good later. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like all I really hoped was that, and it did, like the cats right after us, you know what I'm saying? That message would kind of filter down.
Yeah.
And not saying that they got to do what we doing or sound like we sound, but just that feeling, that vibe of how we felt. That's why I said when we first started this thing, you know what I'm saying? Just like I told you at the beginning, we're going to end it like that. We can do anything we want to do, any kind of music we want to do, as long as we ain't no ignorant niggas.
Come on
That's
now.
it. That was my whole thing. I got $2,000 buy the MPC 60. As long as we ain't on no ignorant shit. Y'all niggas gonna do me a record.
Yeah.
Do my album. And we ain't gonna be on no ignorant shit. Nigga ain't did no album yet, but
Oh.
nah. I be messing with Rico about that because he was the one who said we was at the little Grammy thing at the Music Cares joint one time.
Yeah.
He was like, man, this man, ain't we did the album yet, but that's because I got so many songs, boy. Relinquished from the dungeon computers, boy.
Yeah.
But we gonna do it though, man. This Art of Organized Noise record, I think is gonna be a big thing to usher in. Everybody saying, what is the rest of the dungeon? What Cool Breed doing? What Backbone doing?
Yeah.
What Rube doing? What We Dot doing? So and Cat's been working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think this right here is gonna give us a spotlight.
Yeah.
Let Cats know what we doing. And then hopefully we get a DF tour going, a little something, and we kind of start working back towards, right? You know, because it's all a circle. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And we start working that cycle back around and see if we can't, you know, help. You know what I'm saying?
It can do what it do.
Help the realism come back into it and still be entertaining. And, you know, I ain't mad at it. I heard a lot of cats. They sound good sometimes.
Yeah.
But a lot of, you know, talking about shit. But some of them are. Some of them are. There are cats out here now that are really good.
Yeah.
A lot of those, just like you were saying, don't get pushed to the forefront.
Yeah.
Cats like yourself, you play it on the radio and stuff, and help push them to the forefront. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's love, because a lot of cats ain't got the nuts to do it. You doing the same thing that we did or that I did.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably, you know, we ain't gonna talk about it, but all kind of opportunities for you to be more economically sound if you know what I'm saying, play ball. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, like I say, you know, I got this. I'm a full black fuck a sword, fuck a ball. I hold a mic like a sword. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, ain't worried about playing ball. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Nigga ain't playing, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Come
I ain't
on
playing.
now.
I'm serious. I ain't playing. This ain't no game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
This ain't, you know, this art form that the police start watching you when you get involved in. The police don't start watching painters.
Yeah.
Police don't follow sculptors around, choreographers and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, how deep was it though? Because see, that's what I was saying
such
too,
thing
though,
as the
man.
rap police shouldn't even be able to say thing as that.
Yeah, because I listen to that music and I'm like, y'all boys had some nuts, man. Y'all came with the funk. It wasn't no chaser in that thing. It was straight up funk being spit. But see, like I said, for
a lot of us, and we'll beat your ass.
And that's what I understood too.
Yeah,
but see, me growing up as a youngster hearing that stuff, I would hear it and it soaked in to where I was like, you know what, man, I ain't about to join no game, man. I'm just gonna rep my zone, I'm gonna rep my area, and I'm gonna salute my brother. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, I had a kind of clarity that I could rep where I was my community. It was a community type thing.
Right.
It wasn't about gang. It was about community.
Right.
And your community was just as tough as any gang.
Damn right.
But you protected your community and the folks in your community, and you wanted to see them rise up out of that community, man.
Exactly.
And I have to salute y'all for bringing that.
Bring the community up, too.
Exactly.
Make the community a place where you don't necessarily want to get out of.
Yeah.
You know, if you make it nice, we won't be hurting to get out of here, you know, because you ain't building nigga don't build old fucked up buildings.
Come on.
Shit was new at one point. Niggas just fucked it up, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So we got to take care of what we got at the same time, too.
You ain't never lied.
Complain about the shit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you ain't offering no solutions, you know what I'm saying? Shut your ass up, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing but complaining. You know
exactly.
What I'm saying? So it's, you know, I was in the store one day, it was like, oh man, you do come over here, blah, 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 open up these stores. And I said, well, open one up there, nigga.
Exactly.
What you talking about? Ain't none of y'all niggas that complain about this shit. Open up, then you keep stop coming in here and buying shit.
Yeah.
Get what? You start coming in here and buying shit, they gonna close because they ain't making no money.
But then, Rube, what are your thoughts about the crabbing niggas? Period, point blank. They don't want to see nobody make it but themselves, and they don't even know how to make it themselves, so they just want to keep everybody on the same level as themselves.
The snake bite, the scorpion sting. The crab gonna goddamn pull, you know, it's a crab.
Yeah.
He gonna do what a crab do.
Yeah.
He gonna pull a nigga down and taste good in butter. You know what I'm saying, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? People got to be real with themselves. You got to be, like I said, everybody ain't necessarily seeing stuff ahead of time, but sometimes people see the accident happening and still keep their foot on the gas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you reacting late.
Yeah.
You know that these motherfuckers or this situation or whatever it is ain't something you need to fuck with or ain't something that's good.
Yeah.
But you still go through anyway because of whatever, some promise of whatever you thought it was going to be, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be greed, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, just almost training yourself.
Yeah.
To some people do the same thing over and over, expecting that different result, you know what I'm saying, which is insanity. But it's like, really what you got to do is say, yo, I'm a Libra, so you got to say, okay, you put the good shit on one side, the bad shit on the other side. If the bad outweigh the good, don't fuck with it. If the good outweigh the bad, fuck with it.
Exactly.
This shit ain't rocket science, man.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Rube, anything else you want to get off your chest that folk need to be looking out for, and how can they contact you?
Well, you know, look out. Well, you can catch me on Facebook. It's Ruben Big Rube Bailey. It's Facebook.com/Big Rube DF. Catch me on Twitter. It's at Big Rube ATL. You catch me on on Twitter. It's at Big Rube, and on what's the other shit? Instagram. It's Big Rube ATL. And, you know, you go on there, you'll see where you got my email address on there. You can hit me up for features or whatever, you know, whatever it is. And just, you know, look out for we got the Auto Organized Noise record out. I got a joint on there with Sleepy and Big Boi, you know what I'm saying, and CeeLo. And you got the David Banner, God Box album, song on there called AK with Raheem Devon and David Banner himself. And I'm on that Big Boi Boomiverse on a song called The Next Day.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I got some heat coming out for y'all in y'all different areas. You know what I'm saying? You look out for your local artists and stuff, because I fuck with a lot of independent cats on their mixtapes and stuff, whether it be South, North, East, West, the UK, Africa, you know, Canada, you know, just, you know what I'm saying? Just look for your boy Big Rube. Look for that Dungeon Family tour to come soon. You know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to get on that social media and let these boys know what you want. You know what I'm saying? You want to see DF? Let them know.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Let them know. Put some pressure on them boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we'll get the thing going.
I can dig it with Rube.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you coming through this thing, boss.
No thing, bro. We'll
Already. Oh, you damn right. Be High Radio shouted. It's Hot 107.9, man. Let go.